At the present, we're still in one of the surges of the pandemic, hopefully one of the, if not the last major surge. So we're not quite in this new normal phase yet, but we're getting much closer. As we move into this new normal, what that really will mean is that this becomes an endemic virus like the flu that just circulates around, worse in certain times of the year and places, and requires some of the same measures that we require for the flu, like having a regular revaccination. During periods of high transmission, we may see some of these restrictions that we've been used to in the past 2 years, like wearing masks in place in certain settings, depending on local prevalence, strains that are around, and the vulnerability of people who are in there. So healthcare facilities, for example, are going to have a lower threshold for recommending or even requiring masks during a surge in the future. But hopefully these surges are going to be shorter and less frequent than we've seen in these past 2 years where it's really been a pandemic. When we look into the new normal, one thing that I'm certain will be a big part of it is vaccines. We know that there's going to be some need for regular vaccination, even if the cadence and type hasn't been out there, but it's likely going to look a lot like the flu, where there's going to be different strains and needs for regular boosters to prevent illness from coming back. Vaccines remain one of the best tools we have in this. It's only been 2 years, but we went from not having any treatments or knowledge of this to having vaccines that are highly effective and reduce hospitalizations, death, and severe illness to a remarkable degree, and also seem to contribute to decreasing the spread of the disease. Vaccinations are our fastest route back to the new normal. We can see this start to fade into being a more seasonal virus, which will still be important for several vulnerable populations. But with the right measures in place, we can live with this without it being the dominant feature of our lives.